Testing. All right, that seems to be working. I always have to test at the start. You never know what's gonna happen. All right, I'm gonna have to move some things around a little bit because I was crafting this morning. Let's get. I am so tired. Let's get to my face. Oh, I see a warning thing already showing up. What's going on now? Oh, that's interesting. It didn't used to show that before. It's like your microphone's muted. Okay. Like, thank you, but like you didn't have to make it like a scary warning, like my stream is broken or something. All right. It kind of looks like I'm in a bathrobe, but I'm not. I'm in this really cute sweater. So cute. So cute. I don't do fast fashion often, but I saw this at Walmart. And listen, I haven't bought fast fashion in like a long time. Let me have this one. It's so cute. It is cold. I actually don't know what the temperature is right now. Let's look it up. It was, I think, 13 yesterday. It's 15. That's 15 Fahrenheit Celsius. It is -9. Oof. That is Chile. Chile, Chile. All right, cool. So, I have had a new obsession. I know we haven't streamed in a while. We're still going to be working on the same artwork. I haven't finished it yet. I did work on it, though. I did work on it since the last stream. So, there has been progress. It would technically almost be done if I was cell shading, but I want to try doing some soft shading. So, we're going to see how much patience I have for it because I started doing Zeph's face. Her hair, love it. Fantastic. It's looking great so far. Her face, So I moved on from the face and I started cell shading other places. So we'll get to that when we get to that. But I do want to show off some of what I've been doing. Because I go from one obsession to another, and this obsession right now is just, it's taking up the whole room. Let me see if I can turn all the way, ignore the mess. We have the calendar wall. Up. There it is. I put nails in the wall because they were just like laying on my desk taking up space. So I'm like, I need to put them somewhere. Because I needed to make my gloves. Oh, I need to show y'all that. Beads, yes! I'm so excited. So I was making my gloves yesterday. They're right here. And I'm like, I need space. Where do I put the beads? So I hung them up on the wall. So these are all the cell phone ones. So can I take them out without, cool. So some of them have bells, and so you're gonna hear that. A thumb hat. No thumb hat yet. We haven't, it'll happen eventually. So here's all the cell phone charm ones. Look how fun. So this one is probably still, where is it? Oh god, they're all out of order now. I'm just like looking for, there it is. This one is one of the first ones I did. I think it was it the first one cell phone charm I did? And this one's still my favorite. Alexander picked out the beads for this one. I thought it was so cute. And then I did this one yesterday. It's pink. I've been having a lot of fun. And then I tried a pink and black one just for funsies. They're charming. Oh, thank you so much. I also, these are with beads from that monthly subscription, the top blue one, and that blue one, and there's this spacer and these spacers. I'm learning terms. I also really like this one too. I don't know if I want to get rid of this one. It's just so cute. So lots of very cute ones. Some of them have little bells. Like, look at it. There we go. And now I'm gonna have to figure out how to, hold on, this is gonna take me a second to put them all back on the wall. Alexander liked this one, but he said it was not dark red enough. I thought this one looked pretty. So yes, I will be selling some of them, not all of them, because some of them I'm still attached to, and it's like, I can't, all right, I'll probably put the ones that I'm more attached to on first. Oh god, I shouldn't have done this. I'm taking them all off now. Alright, we're just gonna put some back up and then just like make it a hot mess. But yes, so I've been wanting to sew my own gloves for a while now, because I am in a desperate need for gloves. Now that I'm living in a place with snow everywhere, and I've been procrastinating on it because I knew what gloves I wanted to make. I wanted to make the ones with that are mittens that could, god damn it, where you could lift off the fingers. And I was debating on like a solid thumb versus like a completely covered thumb versus a knot. And I'm like, I don't know if I really want to change the tutorial. Let me just try making it first. And super funny. So once I did finally successfully make the gloves, where are here's hold on. Hopefully this won't be too loud right next to so here's the failed gloves. It's just, there were a lot of problems with this one. So it otherwise is like nice, but like clearly like this is too short. It doesn't cover as much as I want to. And then look at all that extra space. Because my hands are so thin. The thumb was perfect. This is the best thumb. The first thumb I made, best thumb. And this still flipped. That was fine. There were a couple other issues that like I didn't catch that, so I'd have to like go over it again. But it was already too short, so like if I went over it again, it would make it even shorter, and it was just like really fat, and like I'm just like, okay, this isn't working. I even got this far on the other one because I was doing them both at the same time, which was a good idea for sure, but then I ended up having 2 gloves that didn't work out instead of just one. So these are the actually complete. Look how long that is. Like, damn, girl. That's like longer than my face. So they are a little bit tight, which I don't mind when I'm actually wearing them, but like when I'm trying to put them on, it's like, Jesus Christ, get on there. But here we go. So the thumb here is like a little tight, and like here around the wrist it's a little tight. But otherwise the length is perfect. This is good. I did have to unpick one of them. I don't remember which one, because when I initially sewed it, I gave it more of a seam allowance, less of a seam allowance. I sewed farther in. And it was way too small. So I had to unpick the whole thing, and then barely, like, I'm talking basically no seam allowance. I was on the edge. I was like wrapping around, and then it fits. So this, perfect. Okay? This, perfect. This, not so perfect. And I also, when sewing on, so the cuff was honestly the worst part. Oh my god. The cuff was awful, because there are 4 layers, right? A fleece, because it's the white and the pink, and then they're folded over. And then getting them off is also a pain in the ass, but they're otherwise nice. They feel like nice and warm and snug when they're on, but then like it's the getting them on and off thing that's the issue. But yeah, so the outside bit of the cuff didn't get sewed down, so I had to hand sew that. So that looks kind of dumb, but no one's really gonna see it, so it's fine. And but otherwise, you know, it comes off, it opens. I lengthened this by 1/2 inch, and I'm trying to think. I did this 1/2 inch. I came in from the side 1/2 inch, and I increased the top by 3/4 inch, and that was basically perfect. I maybe came in a little too much. I probably should have done like 1/4 inch on the side, but other than that, it was fine. And the cuffs were definitely too small. I went with like a 6.5. I don't think that means anything outside of the pattern, but that's the size that I went with, which I think was like the largest size that she had listed for a women's. And it just did not work out. But yeah, also just showing off more stuff, because just, you know, I have stuff to show off now. It's been a week. So if you get the B-Box thing, hashtag not sponsored, but also super recommend. They come in this little package. I think the wrapping was on the outside, but whatever. So it's basically that. So it comes in this little organza bag, and then you get them all in these little itty bitty baggies, and then they say what they are and how much they normally go for, so you can see like how much money you're saving, which, I mean, to me feels like a little arbitrary, because it's like we're making up prices and we're making up sales, but whatever. But they are also cute. I will say, if you get these little crystal beads, they're very, very, very tiny. I already broke one. They're very fragile. They are more fragile than I was expecting. And was her container. Ooh, wait, hold on, what? The little storage container that YouTube had was her container. I'm not sure I follow. But yeah, so they come with spacers that are super cute and very shiny. So everything is not plastic, basically. But yeah, oh wait, did I break? No, I broke one of these. Oh, I broke 2 beads. So I broke one of these, which was a little sad, and then I broke one of these. So I was a little too rough. RIP. But it comes with a ton of beads. I've already made so many keychains from these. It also comes with a shit ton of these ones. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so, okay, I know what you're talking about now. But yeah, so it comes with so many beads, which is good, like, if you're trying to make, like, one big project, like, one big necklace or something. But since I'm making keychains, this is gonna last me forever. And I decided, the only downside so far, sorry, because it's anti-ASMR, the only downside that I have noticed so far is that they don't show you what's going to be in the box. If you're already subscribed, you don't see what's going to be in the next box until after you pay. and then they show the preview, and I'm like, I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm gonna go ahead and trust that February is gonna be good because it's February, and they're probably gonna have like pinks and reds, maybe some golds. You know, I think, and hearts. I do want more hearts. So I'm assuming February is gonna be good. I mean, I looked at not all of them, but I looked at quite a few past boxes that they had, and I liked most of them. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know how long I'm going to stay subscribed, but I do want to at least get the February one. So I'll stay on, but I do wish that they showed you before your payment goes through, because it says on the website you pay on the 20th. So you pay when you first sign up, and then you get whatever is the next box. So I paid on like the last day to get the January box because I really wanted the January box. And then you pay every 20th. But then they show you what's inside like on the 26th. And I'm like, you can't have done it on like the 19th, you know? Give me like a day to decide, but okay. I think you will be entertained by this though, Sour, because we were talking about this last time. But they also come, or this January one, came with this. It's kind of hard to show off, but it's a magnet. It's supposed to be like a magnet closure. Like you would use it for a bracelet or like a necklace or something, which I don't know if I would really trust that, but I did, however, think like, oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Ta-da! Wait. Ta-da! Hopefully that shows up on camera. But they could work as earrings. So I did wear them for a little bit, and they felt fine. Like I didn't feel anything, but I did feel them. Like you feel them. But it didn't I didn't feel hurt. Like I didn't feel pain or anything. And then I wore them for like a couple hours, and then I took them off, and then once I took them off, oh, that hurt so bad. That hurt so bad. And it left such a mark on my ears. So I don't know if I'm going to use them for earrings, but I do have them. So I don't know what to do with them yet, but it comes with two. That's why I was like, it can be earrings. But so that's that. And then the main star of the, because they seems to come with like a centerpiece with each one, and then that's this one. The camera's like not doing it justice. It's really pretty though. It's a shell. I don't know how to pronounce it. Abalone shell. I don't know, but that's the main piece. And like I already have pendants that I trade out with necklace chains, and I'm like, I don't know if I really need to do anything with this one. Like I already have necklace chains. I can just, if I feel like wearing this one day, I can just trade it out. But I haven't worn any jewelry because it's been so cold, and I don't want to like have the metal burning on my upload show. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But I don't want that shit like freezing to my skin. So I haven't worn any jewelry in the last couple months. And I have to be very careful right now moving my mouse pad because I set up another keychain, and I just have the beads out and nothing is connected. So we're going to have to be very careful moving that over here. I'm working on a Ace keychain. It's actually very cute so far. So I don't know if I'm going to, I think I might keep this one. I don't know. We'll see. But I've been having a lot of fun. And I bought more organizers. Like the only thing that's really new is the hollow beads, these ones, but they take up so much space. So the organizers that I bought 3 of them, and like I already filled them up with beads that I just already have, plus the hollow ones. So I don't know what I'm trying to like go through them to like give myself space. So I otherwise don't have space. Like every single one of my organizers is full just from beads that I've collected over the years. And then these are all my fancy beads, all my stone beads. I didn't want to buy any more because like they're kind of expensive. And this was back when Joann's was a thing, so I got, I think, pretty much all of these from Joann's. Some of these I think are from Michael's. I don't remember all the logos, but so I'm starting to use some more of these now because otherwise they're just sitting around not doing anything. So might as well use them. And I guess I'll show off the one keychain that I made recently. This one is so cute. It's all purple themed. So I've been doing the cluster keychains, and then I've been doing the cell phone charms. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna take pictures of some of them today, hopefully, and then get some of them going in the shop. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe. I'm waiting for I ordered some 4x6 envelopes. But yes. I also have another one that's like a lighter, kind of like pinky purple. This one. It's so cute. And it's got a unicorn on the bottom. I thought it was cute. I ordered a mystery pack of charms last year. I think it was last year. And it came with a bunch of charms I did not want. Which I was like, I can't be mad. I literally ordered a mystery pack. But, so I did keep some of them. And the unicorn was one of them. I just thought it was cute. I'm like, I'm going to use it at some point, I'm sure. So that one. And then also, this one is like so cute. I almost don't want to get rid of this one. This one has a little dinosaur at the bottom and it's all green. This one I thought was so cute. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to get rid of this one yet. I might. I'm a little attached. But I have loads right now. So we will see. I'm going to try and see if I can get 15. Because that's Ko-fi's max product limitation. And that's the plan. Great, get back over here and look at our girls. Oops. But yes, that's what I've been doing this past 2 weeks that I've not been streaming. Because I didn't stream last week since I had last minute work, fucking that website, Slack, or whatever it's called. I checked every single day. Because I know that it doesn't notify you every single time. And so I was like, just in case, I'm going to check. I checked on Monday because that's when they post new jobs. And I didn't see anything. Okay, no new jobs. I guess I'm off this week. Just in case, I checked, I think it was either Tuesday or Wednesday. Checked, nothing. No new posts. Okay, I guess for sure I don't have work. I check Friday. All of a sudden there's like a shit ton of posts. And they're all labeled like Monday. I'm sorry, what? What the fuck? What the hell? Oh, I was so pissed. And like, one of the ones that they assigned me, like the majority of it was handwritten. And I wanted to die. I was like, I have until Sunday to get this done. So I ended up messaging one of my friends who's, she's not native speaker, she's fluent though. And she kind of specializes in kanji. And I'm like, for the love of God, I cannot read this handwriting. Girl, what does this say? And she's like, I think she's gotten her master's. She's working on her thesis. They've lived in Japan. They've done all this studying. They've gone to school, taken all these classes, all of these things. They've taken classes specifically on like ancient Japanese writing. I send them this comic. And I was like, what the fuck does this say? And she's like, I have no idea. I'm like, girl, you're supposed to be the expert. No. So we went back and forth just trying to figure it out. It was fun though. It was really fun. And like, I was dreading working on that comic. And like, they helped a lot with, my morale. But oh god, that weekend was horrible. I was so sick. Like, the translation headaches are the worst. They're so awful. They're like, I can't even describe it. It's got to be something like, I don't know, halfway to a migraine or something. I don't know. Migraines are pretty bad from what I've heard. I thankfully, as far as I'm aware, have not had migraines. But which is weird because they do run in my family. My dad gets them. All right. But like, look, the hair looks so good. So I don't want to touch, like, I don't want to change the hair to be soft or heart shape. So we're gonna try keep going with the soft shading. Do my best here with being patient about it. Alright, but yeah, so that was not a fun time, but it's all good. We're caught up now. And when I did message them about not renewing, I was sent a very, very kind message. They were very appreciative of the work that I did, and it was very funny because one of the things they pointed out was they were like relieved whenever they assigned me work because they knew that I was going to give it to them on time. I just thought that was really funny. I'm like, well, maybe if you paid people more, you know. Yeah. But I mean, Alexander was asking me like, how much would it take? Like, how much money would you need to be paid to continue working? And I'm like, I don't think there is right now because I just desperately need a break. So, but I think I would be willing to go back to them. I had some, like, we had some miscommunications at the start, which, like, and I also was going in with, like, really negative expectations. So, like, when the miscommunications happened, I got really pissed off. But it ended up being, like, really innocent. And I was like, okay, maybe this company isn't that bad. And then, like, as time went on, I'm like, okay, no, this company is actually, like, really nice. They just pay terribly. But, so I would be willing to go back just because they were very nice. I would probably switch up my work, though, and not offer to do everything, if you know what I mean. Because that's a big factor in me wanting a break, is the things that I translate. But yeah, how goes with all y'all? How be sour? How be everybody? I think this will be, once I finish this, my first like artwork illustration of the year, right? Did I do anything else before this? I like don't do illustration anymore. But I do want to work on my portfolio. I have a list. Oh god, there's just sticky notes everywhere. I'm awful. Okay, hold on. I know it's somewhere. It's somewhere around here. There's also fuzz everywhere from when I was working on the gloves. Aha! It's under the other sticky notes. Okay, I have a paper written down of all the stuff I want to work on for my portfolio for this year. Hero Forge. I've heard of that. Oh, cute. Oh no. Oh no. Well, good luck. But I am also looking forward to art fight this year because then I feel more motivated to pump stuff out. But I want to do some examples of older characters, some very masculine looking characters. I feel like sometimes when I draw guys, it can be a little bit femme, so I want to try and like push the masculinity more. I want to do more couple pieces. That's like this one. So we're knocking one out right now. And then I want to try and do a little bit more dynamic poses. What in the world does that mean? I don't know. I wrote an abbreviation. Self-free, huh? Oh god. I try to be really good about leaving notes because I know that I'm gonna forget what I mean later. And I must have been lazy. I have no idea what this one means, but something with furries. And then armor. And that's on my to-do for my portfolio. Okie dokie. Yeah, because I feel like I have a range and like I want to show it off a little bit more. And it's also like just good practice. Like I don't really draw older characters or like really masculine ones. And like the one example that I have that I really like is like really old. And not that people looking at my website would know that, but I know that. And so I want to, touch things up a little bit. right? Okay. So those are my goals for the year. Is at least one of each of those would be nice. And I'll probably do quite a few during Art Fight. Welcome back. Have you gotten the snow yet? Ours was like going in bursts. Like we had a little bit of snow and then it stopped. And then like an hour later, like just it all at once and then it stopped after like a minute. I'm like, what is happening? What is this weather? But I've been asked, like, oh, are you sick of snow yet? You must be sick of snow. I'm like, no. I look outside and I'm like, although this morning I did open the window and I was still just like this, like in the morning. Like I was dead. Like I'm still dead right now, but like I was more dead. I opened the blinds. Oh my god, I was blinded. It was snowing again yesterday this morning. Yeah, we probably got like a couple inches, not that much. It's so bright. I was not prepared. It's like no, because we don't get the sun on this side, so it's like I basically just got the sun in my face as I opened the blinds. I guess like we're like, okay, I guess that's one way to try and wake me up, sure. Oh my god, what did I do down here? Did I just give up? Is this on? Oh, that's why. What the hell? It's on lower opacity. Why does it still look weird though? Probably for me not having done art in a long time. I forgot how things work. How much I like that. We'll keep it there for now. Yeah, get out of here. I swear though, like during like otherwise people here drive like decent, but if it rains or if it snows suddenly, everybody is like a terrible driver. I don't know what happens. I'm like, that seems like you would want the opposite if you had to pick. Like, why are you guys driving worse when it's more dangerous conditions? This doesn't make any sense to me. Like, one guy had he had a pickup truck, but he was towing, and I don't know what he was towing, but it was like massive. It was just really long and huge, and I had my green light. I was going, it was through a cross section, so I'm driving with my green light, and he's gonna be making a right turn, and he makes the right turn as I'm going through the light, and it's like downpour, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? So I had to like slam on my brakes. And so I'm waiting for him to be like choo 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 choo, like the sound of the stuff all bumping and like rocking, and then he makes his turn, and I'm like, there's literally nobody behind me. Happens here too. I don't get it. Yeah, I mean, I slow down. Like, I can't remember, like, this really being a thing in Florida. Like, people drive terrible in Florida, but, like, when it rains, it's not like they drive worse from my experience that I can recall. But, like noticeably, I guess. But this is, like, noticeably different. Because when we first came here, everybody was driving so nice. We were just, like culture shocked, basically. And so now when they're all driving bad, like it's noticeable. And I don't understand it at all. And they get so impatient too. Like, I'm driving the speed limit in snow, and like fresh snow, and people are like tailgating me. Dude, like you're supposed to drive like, what is it, like 5 or 10 less, I think, than the speed limit when it's raining or snowing. I don't understand. I don't understand. I'm trying to think about how else I want to do. What's your jacket look like? I don't want to make it look leathery. I want it to be cloth. Because, like, this is cloth, but she's got really strong backlight. Ooh, do I want backlighting? The answer is, of course, yes. I'm trying to think how I want to do the shadows, like, right here. In the elbow spot. Like, do I want a sort of, like, reflection-y, like, random highlight right there? Maybe. That doesn't look too bad. We'll try that. It's nonsensical, but we're just gonna go for it. This is just the first layer of shadows anyway. I will say though, that before I even got my bead order for the January box, I did do another order. Like, I'm almost out of what are they called? The little rings. Can you even see that? Those, hold on, I don't want to drop it, but like, I don't forget what they're called, but these things, you know, the ring things, the metal rings. And when I looked up on Walmart, like, you could only get them in a mixed set or spend like jump rings. Thank you. I'm still learning the vocabulary. I looked up on Walmart. They only had like a mixed pack for really cheap, or you could spend much more money and you could get the size that I wanted, which is the 4mm. And I was like, I don't know. And it's also like shopping on Walmart. I'm trying to like not, and then like finding this website. I'm like, small business, not Amazon and Walmart. I'm also kind of not really wanting to shop at Michael's anymore. I don't remember if I talked about that. So, and Joann's is gone, and I don't want to shop at Hobby Lobby as much as possible. I was so upset when we first came to fly in to check out this town, and I saw the Joann sign. I was just devastated. I'm like, the timing, because like the town is so small. Like, it would take 2 seconds from anywhere that you could just go to Joann's. It's close, and it was right next to Hobby Lobby, and I'm like, you didn't hear about Michael's. Nothing happened with Michael's. Like, I don't know if there's any drama. I know that they're in a similar situation to Joann's, so they're kind of on the fence already anyway. But my issue is because I was watching this one person's video. They were shopping at Michael's, and they were shopping for yarn, and they went to 2 different Michael's, and they went to one other like local store that kind of looked like a Steinmart. You're old enough to know Steinmart, right? Because I think Steinmart's gone, right? But it was kind of like a Steinmart, Walmart-esque sort of store. So at the first Michael's they went to, the yarn that they were looking at, which is a big name brand, it's not a Michael's brand, was $12.99, which even then I think Joann sold it for $11.99, if I remember right. But then, it might be a local thing. That's true. I didn't think about that. Okay, it's like a Kohl's, but like not just clothing. What other stores? It's kind of like one of those resellers where like they get stuff from the big brands that like that's out of season or they don't sell it, and so they sell it to these companies, and then these companies sell it in their store. It's like that, like a really nice Goodwill basically, but they don't take donations. Hopefully that makes sense. It's kind of like that store. So the first Michaels she goes to, the yarn is $12.99, I think. Remember, it was like $13. And then she's like, oh, that's kind of pricey. I don't know. There's no sales. Oh, like a Marshalls. Yes, like a Marshalls. Yes. Or Big Lots. Yes, exactly. Thank you. I couldn't think of any other names of stores. And then she went to the second Michaels. Like, she didn't happen to want that one, and there wasn't any sales, and she's like, okay. So she goes to a different Michaels, and it's $14. And it's the exact same yarn. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? Then she goes to this other store that's like a Marshalls, and it's the same yarn, and it was like $10 or something. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what? One Michaels, it was $13. A second Michaels, it was $14. And then this other store, it was $10. Like, that's not right. So I don't know what the base sale that these companies buy the yarn for, but that's a big price difference. That's a big markup. So that kind of bothered me. And I was already not really happy with Michaels anyway, because for a long time now, especially I think because they knew that Joann's was like getting in worse and worse condition, that they could take advantage of that, and they've been running less and less sales. And now like the best that you can see is maybe like a buy one get one 50% off for stuff. And like back when I was a kid, they would have weekly 50% coupons, 50% off. And that changed to 40. And then now if you're lucky, it's 30. Otherwise, if you're lucky, it's 30. If you're lucky, they'll have a coupon for the week and it's 20. And it's so just, I'm getting like bad tastes in my mouth basically for Michaels. And like there's otherwise no like political drama that I know of. I'm sure there is. It's a corporation, whatever. But like there's nothing specific. It's just like I've gotten enough bad tastes in my mouth that I don't want to actively seek out to shop there. So I've been trying to find general alternatives, and I already know alternatives for yarn, and now I have alternatives for beads, and yeah, that was my whole Michaels thing. So it's not like a big deal. Like I don't care if you shop there. It's not my life. But yeah, so I want to shop less at Michaels basically, just because I don't like that massive of a markup. And I don't like that there's different prices between stores. Like, it's kind of one thing to have different sales between stores, because I know that sometimes, like, I mean, I guess different markups can be okay maybe too, I don't know, but like, sales feels different to me than just like general markup, and like, I don't know. But I don't even know if they're individually owned, or if they're like one thing. If that makes sense. Like there's some stores and restaurants and stuff that are like individually owned. Like I think Subway is an individually owned. Like you buy the rights to run a Subway store, but then you're in charge of that Subway. I think it was Subway. I know Chick-fil-A is one. There's other ones too. I can't think of any of them. Those are like the only two ones I know. But like that, I don't know if there's like that vibe, so maybe that's why this like store is like, oh, we're gonna do $14. But then like that doesn't make sense, because then they have a website that you can shop from, and it's like there's no inconsistencies on the website. So if I go to a Michaels that's $14 and I show them that on the website it's $13, do then I get a discount? But then like then you would have to know to check the website, and it's just like so many steps, and I don't know. That's how I'm feeling. And anyway, Michaels is really far anyway, and I don't feel like making the drive, and their shipping is egregious. I bought those beads and it was like $9 shipping. What the fuck? I bought that 25 thing of beads, and they cover the shipping in the price of the beads. So the $25 in that $25 covers the cost of shipping. And when I bought extra beads, where I had to pay my own shipping, it was less than $4. And I bought stuff that would take up just as much bulk space as what I bought from Michaels, who charged $9. I don't know. Just lots of things with Michaels that are just like, I don't know. That's all I'm saying. That's my Michaels spiel. But there we go. But I'm glad that I heard of this. I don't even remember how I came across it. I think it was like a random YouTube recommendation where I saw somebody who was like, oh, unboxing my box from this. What the hell is that? Oh, it's line art. And then I watched the video. I'm like, whoa, this is a bunch of cool stuff. And I hope I did her referral link right. It was kind of tricky to tell if it worked. But, so I ended up signing up and then finding out they sell the rest of their stock and just other stuff also on their sister website. I think that seems like pretty good deals. I'm still new with like bead stuff, so my only reference points is those strings of beads that like are at Michael's and all of those stores, and they're always so expensive, which is why it was so great at Joann's, because they always had, it was buy, hold on, I'll remember it. It was like buy 4 strands for $10 or something. It was like a crazy good deal. And so those were the times that I went crazy and I bought all those expensive beads. But otherwise they're like normally $7, $8, $9 per strand. And I was just like doing the math when I first opened the box. I say box, I don't have a box, but when I first opened the bag, and I'm like, dude, if I went to Michael's and I had bought all of these things individually from Michael's, I probably would have spent like $100. So, and also I think on the paper it even says that. It says, because it comes with a paper with this really nice note. Explains the theme, gives you a coupon code. It talks about the contest, which there's absolutely no way I'm winning. I went on their Facebook page and I saw the previous winners, and I'm like, okay, there's no chance in hell. I'll enter anyway just for fun. But oh my god, these people go hard for this contest. Like, damn, okay, like I'm not doing that. I don't care enough. But then on the back of the paper that says all the stuff that's in it plus the retail price. I don't know how, like, you can't really see that, but they go over each item, like what they are, and at the bottom it said $100, and I was like, oh my god, I'm right. Am I just off the cuff in my head estimate? I didn't even look at any of the prices yet. I just looked at the stuff. I'm like, man, that would cost like $100 for Michael's now, right? So, saved myself $75 technically. But yes, I've been very much enjoying this new obsession, if you can't tell. And then I also found a YouTube channel that does wire wrapping, and that is very pretty. And I did try and do a wire. Oh, did I pack that one? Is that the one I packed? No, I have it on here. Okay, hold on. I did my first wire wrapping. Well, I've done like wire art before, like in high school, but that was like different stuff. That wasn't like jewelry. So on this keychain, which has a lot of the beads from that kit, which I've been loving these star ones, which I got from Michael's. So that was a worthwhile purchase for sure, even though shipping was stupid. But so at the bottom, that bead, it's not very well done. Okay, but listen, I did my best. I think it's cute. I really like the orange and the blue. I think it's really pretty. And I also got to use this heart. I forget where I got the heart from, this heart bead. I've gotten so many beads just over the years. This orange little heart right there. It's so cute. I really like this one. But yeah, so that was my first attempt at wire wrapping. It's just like, it's okay. It's alright. It'll take practice. But her videos are really cool, and I like how she goes like really slow and everything. And then I've just been watching other jewelry channels, and it's really funny because like what was it, last week or something, Alexander comes in here and then he sees me watching dog washing videos, like dog grooming videos, and then he comes in this week and it's like, it's all me watching beads. It's like, you never know what you're gonna get. Yeah, I've been also obsessed with a dog groomer channel. Girl with dogs, I think. That one's definitely a very like cute channel to watch. And the poor little doggies. None of them want to be washed or like groomed or anything. They're like, why would you do this to me? It's like, it's for your own good. Why can't you understand? The cute ones though that are kind of hard to watch, so I usually fast forward a little bit because I can't like. It's hard to watch the dog not having a good time, to say it very nicely. But like they find dogs that were abandoned or given up. What's the word? There's like a word for it. I forget, but they like give them to humane societies and stuff, and surrendered to a humane society. And so she'll get these dogs and clean them up. And one was in particularly bad condition, and the dog wasn't really resisting, but it was still like clearly not having a good time. But like eventually there came a point in the video where you could tell that the dog was like more relaxed, and it seemed like the dog started to understand that they were helping, and that was just really cute. I was like, oh, the feels. The feels. So some of them are like moving, and some of them are just like silly. Like there was one with a German Shepherd, and like that's like, you know, just the stereotype of kind of dog of like big and tough and like, and it was the biggest scaredy cat, and it was so cute. It was like, why are you brushing me? What in the world is happening? I'm like, dude, it's a brush. Like, you're fine. I think I need to get rid of some of the line right here to help with the shading look. I think like right there, I'm gonna get rid of that. There we go. I think that'll look better once it's done. So I think for these two. Yep. Oh god, that needs to be my messy lines. The messy shading underneath. I think I'll leave that though, so I can add highlights. This is like too relaxing of music. There we go. I think I'll get rid of that too. We're experimenting today. Release. Release. There we go. Yep. Wrong layer. Wait, did I? Oh, okay, that's the shading. Okay. Now we can go back and do this. I wonder if I want to add a little bit of texture too, to add some interest, I guess. still have yet to even start going back to the wheelchair photos. I've had no energy for it. I have no idea why. It has not called to me. Which is kind of, I probably should just put all of the lighting equipment and everything away. Because I've been leaving it out. Because I'm like, oh, I'm going to have to just take it all out again and then, you know, put it back. And now I'm just like, should I just put it away? Because it takes up so much space. Like, I can't really walk to my closet here because I have all the lighting stuff outside. Oop. It would be nice to get it done though. I don't know. One of these days. It's on my to-do. But I don't remember if I mentioned it, but I don't know how many stock photo packs I'm going to be doing this year. I think I talked about that. I think it's a mix of like wanting a break, but also like being out of ideas. Like if I have the energy for it, maybe I'll try and get some more snow pictures. I would have to go somewhere different though, I think, to try and get some more unique-ish photos. Because I don't want to go to the same locations and then just like basically get the same photos over and over again, like slightly different looking snow. So I had to go around. I was hoping for some downtown snowy pictures. We'll have to see. Did I shade the shoot? Oh, I did. Okay, they're just kind of hard to see. Yeah, I'm not really sure what else to do at the moment because I definitely don't want any more with me. I think I'm kind of done with the modeling. I did so many photos with me modeling last year. I don't really want to do any more. I am not a model. But yeah, the interior one was a good one to add to the collection, but it's like after that I don't really know what to do. If we had travel plans, that would make it easier, but right now we do not. I still am sad that it didn't work out to get the galaxy photos. That would have been so cool. That would have been such a get. I just didn't have the opportunity. And you probably could still get it here. I had to figure out where to go. It was a lot easier to do it back with my parents because they have a boat and we could have gone to an island. But then it just didn't work out. Poopy. But even in the middle of the nowhere, there's still a lot of like lights and stuff everywhere, so I feel like that would be still difficult to try and get some really nice, like pure galaxy photos. But yeah, so I'd love to get it done, the wheelchair ones this week, but I think I have work this week. But if I do, then it should be the last work week. I mentioned that to my the Russian conversation group yesterday. They're like, "Oh, you didn't come last week," and I was like, "Because you had work or whatever," and I said, "Yeah, I had a lot of work, so that kind of sucked. I really wanted to go." But I think I mentioned that I was like, I don't know, like, that I somehow made it sound like negative to work, and then she's like, "Well, don't you enjoy work?" And I'm like, "No." I don't know why she thought that. I'm like, just because it's translation, like, it's still work. I mean, this work is work. I don't know, but No, that was kind of funny. But then I mentioned, like, you know, I want to take a break. She was just very dumbfounded by that. I'm like, it's not a complicated concept, lady. Alright, I think the base shadows are basically done. I don't love this right here, though. That's calling me. That's grabbing my attention. But first round of shading here done for Zeph. Oh, I forgot about this part. Just do random shit. Whatever. Okay. Well, I'll add darker shadows and stuff in a little bit. I have mixed feelings on this that I did right here. I think if I just end up adding darker shading, it'll look better. So we're gonna fill that back in. It was worth experimenting. I kind of like the idea of it, especially because it breaks up the shapes. But I think the shadow, like adding a deeper shadow there, will do that. Or should I just keep going on Zeph? Actually, you know what? The cell shading on... I wanted to change her mouth. That's right. I remember now. So I wanted to give her an open mouth instead. Let's do this on a new layer in case I fuck up. You know what? Just merge it. Who cares? What is that? I think that looks more like her. There we go. Okay. Little adjustments. Alright, so cell shading here should be fast. That's why I like cell shading. Oop. If I do it right. I am going to be raising my prices this year. I technically already did, but like when I start with commissions and everything, but I kind of wonder if I want more discrepancy between my cell shaded prices and my soft shaded. I don't mind soft shading, it's just like, it is a lot more work. Oh, I should color her mouth. Do I already have like a... No, I don't. I was looking for another pink. Okay. Let's do... We're going pretty desaturated here. Let's do something like that. Yeah, I think it looks better with the open mouth. There we go. Raise them higher than that? Raise what? Raise what? I missed it when you said something. The mouth or the teeth? This is what happens when I ignore chat. I have to brain how the shadows should look here. Beautiful. You can tell I'm getting tired because I'm talking less. I need a nap. Also, it's pretty clouded today too. So like, that's also making me sleepy. Ugh, okay, I'll fix that dot later. Naps for all, yeah. One of those days for sure. I felt bad because I was on one of my friends' streams this morning, and they have work today. I'm like, oh, that sucks. They're a freelancer, so you know, you take it when you can get it, kind of thing. But it just sucks when it's on a weekend, you know. But like, look how nice and fast this sits with the cell shading. And I've also just gotten used to the look of it. I like it a lot more. But I'm determined to make this soft shaded. We'll do it. I'm definitely not gonna finish it today. For sure not. Because this was only like the start of the shading, and then like I still need to add like the darker shadows. And then some gradients and probably some textures to help expedite the process. But it's looking cute. I'm happy with it. I want to add that little bit of like a round tummy look. Hopefully that sort of comes across. There's one artist I follow that does really a good job with just the little tums. The little tum-tums. I was like, I want my art to be like that. Everybody just gets a little bit of tum. Actually, I don't even know why I put the shadows there. We'll come back to those shadows. We'll come back. Alright. I think that's... I will add a little bit right here. Oop. I'll do the hair. Yay, the hair. The fun part. What in the world are these lines that I did? I had like way too much fun just doing random lines with this hair. I cannot follow it. The shading is just gonna be just as incoherent. Maybe that a little bigger. Oh, missed that spot. I think I got pretty much everything. I'm sorry. Alexander gets that too. I just get the tummy aches because I drink milk when I shouldn't. But it's hard to resist, man. I like me my milk. Thankfully I don't get it with ice cream. I only seem to get it with milk. So I think that means I should eat more ice cream if I want my calcium. However, sad news is that I am... Ooh, a doggy! Oh, cute. Sad news is, though, that I am out of ice cream. And if I would want to get more ice cream, is I'd have to leave and go out in the cold. And I don't really want to do that. Milk isn't my dairy of choice, but now I feel, yeah. I grew up with, like, drinking so much of it, I just, like, I got addicted. Because I think, like, my mom saw all these, like, milk commercials probably growing up, and she's like, you need milk to be healthy and grow up. So I had milk every morning for my breakfast, as part of my breakfast. I couldn't really eat that much for, I've never been able to eat breakfast, like, right away. I don't know how people do that, where they, like, wake up and they're like, okay, time to eat. Like, I have to wait a little bit, but I can't wait too long, because then I'll feel sick. So I have to like figure out my Goldilocks zone for the day. I'm like, okay, body, what do you need? Do you need me to eat like ASAP? Probably not, but like just in case, we're checking. Okay, no, we're good. Okay, we can wait, but like how long? So, but every time I would wake up for school, it would be like a rush in the morning. So I'd have to eat, and oh yes, drink water. Oh, I'll take another sip because it's been an hour. I'll come back. One sip. 2 sip. Thank you. But yeah, so I'd have to hurry in the morning, so I'd have to rush to eat, and so I wouldn't feel good from rushing to eat, so I wouldn't eat that much. But then the milk, like, it helped make me feel full, so I relied on that a lot too, to like, because it made me feel full in a way that didn't make me feel sick. So milk is my little cheat. So if I need to go somewhere in the morning or something really early, but I know that if I eat I'll feel sick, then I'll drink a glass of milk. And that's like my cheat, to like eat and like trick my body to be like, oh, I ate food, but like I didn't, you know? So that's why I still drink milk. But yeah. We have milk but we don't have ice cream, so I'm sad. We're also out of apples and orange juice, which I usually have for breakfast too, so I'm very sad. I don't have any of my breakfast options. Well, not ice cream, but you know what I mean. I didn't have enough milk for my cereal today, so I couldn't even have milk. I mean, I could have, but I wanted cereal. So I just had a bagel. That was my breakfast this morning, was just a bagel. All these first world problems, oh my god, I feel sorry for me. I don't have my appy slices. I wanted my appy slices. Dude, seeing ice cream for breakfast, yeah. My brother has put he doesn't anymore, but he did one time where he was so obsessed with like barbecue sauce and ketchup and stuff growing up that, I mean, he's still obsessed with it, but anyway, there was a point in time where he put it on ice cream. I think it was, I forget which one it was. It was either ketchup or barbecue sauce. He put one of them on ice cream, and I'm just okay. You do you, I guess. I don't know. He only did it like 1 or 2 times or something. I forget. But it was just like, I don't know if it was for the joke. I don't know if he liked it. I don't remember. But that's something that's a true comment made me think of. Yeah, I could not do ice cream for breakfast. Alexander's done that before. I don't know how he does it. I can't. I've done Pop-Tarts for breakfast before, which is kind of basically the same thing, though. So, oh my god, the American breakfast thing. I saw a video on this. It was, oh god, what was her channel? She talks a lot about food and, like, in terms of, like, nutrition, and because she used to be fat, and then she lost the weight, and so she does a lot of, like, advocacy for health, but not like from a way that I've noticed. It's not like fat shaming, it's just like talking about just general health and her experience of being fat. And so one of the videos that she made was talking about American breakfast. Yes, me too. I was a classic. I just like the regular cinnamon one. And food that doesn't require prep. Oh god. So this is what she was talking about in her video, of how American breakfast used to be like a full prep thing where you would actually cook sausages or cook eggs, and like you would make all these things. And then these companies came about where they were trying to market and sell their products of like cereals and stuff that, you know, obviously are not like healthy. But and I think one of the main things that she was talking about was Pop-Tarts, and how it's marketed as like a quick meal substitute for regular breakfast, but like they sneaky in the ads. And I remember this as a kid growing up seeing them too, where it was like part of a healthy breakfast, or like part of breakfast, something like a part of, but then like Americans started just to make that the entire breakfast, and like how much sugar and stuff is in it, and just like the significant like nutrition value is like plummets basically with American breakfast culture nowadays. And I just thought that was interesting, of just like how much it just changed. But that was my breakfast growing up, was I would have one Pop-Tart, and then we would save the other Pop-Tart, because again, I can't eat that much for breakfast. So my breakfast was one Pop-Tart and a cup of milk. That was that was my breakfast for a long time. I'm glad you can relate though, that we're Pop-Tart buddies. But then they made the healthier cinnamon option where they removed the frosting. So my mom started to buy that. And then it didn't taste the same. It just didn't taste as good. I don't know if you've had it, but I couldn't, like, I could eat it and it was fine, but it was like, I prefer the frosting. Disgusting. Have you had it? It's like you still get like the cinnamon because it still has the inside, right? It just doesn't have the top. So, but the experience is definitely different, for sure. It's not as good. Man, I bought, did I tell you, like, when we were first, when was this, like a year? Yeah, it was last year. I had like a mental breakdown, like just a mini one. And we were at a grocery store, Alexander and I was like, I need Pop-Tarts right now. I was like, I was just having a panic attack or something, and I was like, I need Pop-Tarts. So we went and he grabbed Pop-Tarts and he let me hold it, and I felt better just holding it. You can't remember the specific flavor. Gotcha. It's just sounds good. But yeah, I think that was like the first time in like years that I had Pop-Tarts was last year, when I had like a mini panic attack, and I needed Pop-Tarts. Like I don't know why I was so fixated on it, and I felt so much better just holding it. It was really funny. Just brains are so weird, dude. Also, it keeps getting darker. I don't know if you can tell, like, I've been gradually getting darker. Which is, I guess that's okay, because I was going to use my light box for the photos today. Try and take some professional photos. These are so hard. Is the blueberry frosted? Oh, what was, Alexander's? His is the chocolate chip cookie dough. But they stopped selling it, and then they recently came out with it again. So he was excited because we haven't seen it in years, and so he bought 2 boxes. He opened one, he started eating one, and he's like, this isn't right, it's not the same. And he looked at the ingredients list, and I think it was milk or something that they didn't have included anymore. But he was very disappointed. I felt very bad because he has been like just wanting the chocolate chip cookie dough one for so long, and they changed the ingredients. I feel so bad. I hate when they do that. Their chocolate flavors. There's so many. Oh my god. I feel like every time I go to the store, like I see one I haven't seen before. It's nuts. But what was I gonna say? Oh, it was about Pop-Tarts. Now I forgot. Oh well. But yeah. I do enjoy me some Pop-Tarts. Oh, and I have been doing candy again, sort of. I did have one thing of Pucho, I think it's called. If you haven't had those before, and if you're a fan of Starburst, these are so much better than Starburst. It's a Japanese candy. What's your position? Is there like some sort of controversial thing about toaster strudels? I remember there was one about the macaroni microwave, the mac and cheese microwavable cup ones, because there's different brands. I remember this was, oh my god, like a decade ago. People were arguing about which brand, and like I'm Team Kraft over here when it comes to mac and cheese. I've yet to have like a better staple feeling mac and cheese, I feel like, than Kraft. I've tried other ones, it's just not the same. I forget the other brand that people were fighting about it over. But I don't know about like what's with toaster. Is there like drama? Oh, that. Oh. I don't know. I never really thought that much about it, to be honest. I just would always get Pop-Tarts. Like, I don't have strong opinions one way or the other. If you want to be Team Toaster Strudel, like, go for it. The only thing I care about is when companies either change the ingredients, they discontinue it, or they change the amount of something, like they do the shrinkflation. Like, then I care. Then it's like, no matter what brand, like no matter what team you're on, we should all be like together here with this. Like when I was a kid, and I would have the Dove chocolate covered ice cream. They always came in a pack of 4, and they were massive. Then one day, I go to the grocery store with my mom. What do I see? I go for my ice cream. I get the Dove chocolate covered vanilla ice cream. What do I see? There's 3, and they're small. Bitch, I know there was 4. Like, you do 2. You can't just do 2 big changes like that. Like, we're gonna know. So ever since then, it's been 3, and they've been smaller. And I've been so furious. The Annie shells. I've tried the Annie ones. Maybe I need to give them another go. I've not tried the Aldi ones. Maybe I should try Aldi. Interesting. I did try the local one that we have here, the Hy-Vee. I keep calling it Publix because like like every like area in the US has like their own local grocery stores. And so for like the South it's Publix. And like over here it's called Hy-Vee. And I hate their logo. It's like impossible to read. And then what was the one in California? Ralph's. Ralph's was the one in California. So here it's called Hy-Vee. So that's our Publix. So I've tried their brands. And it's okay. It's not bad. But maybe I'll try I don't think I've tried their white cheddar though. Maybe I should. I haven't tried all these. There's so many. And I want to try the chocolate here that's like now that I'm doing again candy again. I've had candy like 3 times I think this year, and like 2 of those was just chocolate on my ice cream. I got the chocolate Hershey's shell and poured it on my ice cream, and it tastes exactly as I remember it. I used to use that stuff all the time as a kid, and like I would eat it and I would feel like the nostalgia of the flavor because it's exactly the same. But then at the same time, it's just like I wouldn't feel good, and so like I would tell Alexander, I'm like, can you just like throw out the bottle? Like I don't want to eat anymore. So that was like, I think I had it twice, and then I was like, okay, I'm good. And then I had 1 Pucho, and then that's all the candy I've had this year. But I do want to try the chocolate from the local chocolate shop that we have here. Mac and cheese. I also find that I have to ignore the instructions. I do the noodles for the minimum recommended time, and I use a 1/4 stick of butter and 0 milk. See, I mix it up. Sometimes I use less butter, and sometimes I use more, and sometimes I use less milk. I've done no milk definitely a bunch of times, especially when we're out of milk, because like you need the butter, but you don't need the milk. So I've definitely done milkless for a lot of them. And sometimes I do like more milkless, but I don't know. I haven't, and sometimes I feel like they even taste like different. Like I feel like the Kraft here tastes different than the Kraft in Florida. I don't know what's going on. Because I don't think I'm cooking it any different. I don't know if it's like the milk that I'm using, the butter that I'm using, the temperature difference here. Because like I've had to like relearn to cook being here. Like the cook times all feel different. How hot to make it feels different. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like you just need the butter. But it's been really frustrating because it's like I know how to cook. Well, I mean, I'm not a good cook, but I know like the basics. But like suddenly everything like just doesn't work. So Alexander's trying to make me feel better, and he was like, maybe it's the temperature here that's like making everything different. Oop, missed the spot. I'm gonna add a little bit of contrast there, breaking it up. Now you're making me want mac and cheese. Which we do have it. We have 1 box left. It's just such a nice, easy little snack. Or meal, honestly. Like, it comes with a lot. Yeah, elevation. Yeah, maybe. It's weird. I don't know why. Like, I've gotten more used to it now, and I'm, like, more able to do it now. But then all of a sudden, like, it changed again. And, like, I don't think it did anything. So now I think it's our pans, or our pots, whatever they're called. I get the names mixed up so much. I hate that. I hate how they're, like, the same word in English. where the one that's like flat and the one that you can like put soup. Okay, so not the soup one, the flat one. Pan, pan, right? Okay, I hate English. Um, but that one has suddenly started burning everything, and I'm like, I'm cooking exactly the same as I normally do. Is it like air pressure changes? So now I've had to lower the heat, and then now things don't get burned anymore. Yeah, I just pan low wall, pot high wall. Thank you. But yeah, and that just started, so I don't know what's going on with that. What am I? Oh, brush was. I think I'm just gonna see how much I can get away with using gradients because I kind of just don't really want to shade anymore. Oh, the hair. Okay, I do want to shade the hair though. The hair is gonna be fun. Alright, let's do the hair. After I fix her nose real quick. Not so quick. There we go. That's a little better. Oh, her mouth. I forgot she had a mouth. There. Hashtag good enough. Okay. Now for the hair. The fun part. Also, I have no idea how audible the music is. I just realized I should probably ask that. I am playing music. Sometimes I have the setting too low and people are like, you're playing music? What? The whole time. Doing lo-fi girl. Oop. There we go. Very fun. You hear it a little, it's fine. Okay. I can turn it up if you would like me to. You can just let me know. If we could have a little bit of sun, that would be nice. Just to wake me up a little bit. I don't mind cloudy days sometimes, but like other times it's like I want to be awake right now, please. Help. Also, there's that little bit right there that's been bothering me. Let me get rid of that. Ah, there, thank God. That was bothering me the whole time. Oh, no, I didn't mean it. I do that so much. I think that I'm on like the marquee or the brush tool, and then like it's on the zoom and you do like a little mark and it's just like, whoop, zoom in time. Like, no. I'll come back to that. Nope. God. All these. Stop it. B. There we go. There's too many hotkeys like right next to each other. I'm like, N. Nope. That's B. No. V. No. Okay. Oh, that kind of makes a tangent. I don't want to do that. I mean, I think the hair, at least for shadows, is first step for shadows basically done. Cute looking. Cute. Alright, let me fix these arms. And then I'm going to do gradients and see how far we can get. Okay. Zoom out. Let's go. Gradients. We'll start with... What should we start with? Soft light? Was that even a question? Alright, get soft brush, and let's do some dark. Keep it somewhat similar. Alright. Okay. There we go. Push this back a little bit. I think it's too saturated for my liking, but I'll change that in a little bit. Oh, that looks cute, that little shadow right there. I like that. Actually, let's push back this leg a little bit more. Alright, and then desaturate, because that is too blue for me. Not like I would know, because the color of this screen is completely different. So let's go ahead and fix that by moving it over here so I can see what it actually looks like. Because every screen has to be different. At least it's something that like digital artists and traditional artists can understand. Because traditional artists, they have cameras. And like the camera can never take the fucking photo and have the colors look great. Let's erase a little bit right here. Oop, nope, wrong button. This button, that's the one I want. And now this button. Smooth that out a little bit. Alright, before, after, before, after. Let me zoom out over here. Okay. If I sit up and sit up straight, then I can lift the camera and then like see the screen a little bit better. Okay. More gradient time. Let's get in some red for that skin. Oop, wrong button. Like that. That's a little better. here, a little bit on the, oop, here, a little bit on the belly, a little bit on the boobie. Is it even like showing up? Oh yeah, it is, okay. It's very subtle. Her skin is like a ghost. And down here. Nope, too much. Definitely do her belly. Alright, and then next should be yellow. Let's get in some yellow. How's that gonna look? I really mostly just want it for the skin. A little bit of highlight here. Oh, I forgot her leg. Oops. Back to the red. I don't remember when it was. Close enough. There we go. Okay, yellow. A little bit of highlight here and there. Okay, it's very subtle, but I swear it's there. Alright. I know it's gonna show up on her. You're too pale. Alright, cool, cool. Before and after. I have mixed feelings on like completely doing that back leg. I think it pushes it too far back where it just doesn't look right. So I'm gonna erase some of it. Just make it a hot mess. Okay, now, did I do the shoes? I did. They're like, I'm like, I don't remember the shoes being that dark. Drawing is happening. I know, because I'm like not talking. I'm like falling asleep over here, just like doing heart. There we go. That looks a little better. I don't mind the shoe, these shoes being dark. That's fine. Maybe add a little bit highlight right there. There we go. Okay. Quick save. I don't remember when I last saved. It looked nice shade, thank you. I like doing this though. This is always fun. Yeah. I do need to add there to break that shadow up. That's a trick I wish I learned earlier in my art journey. Breaking up shadow shapes. I was very tempted to sleep right on. Might as well just make it a sleep with me stream. We're just gonna... I don't get people who do like the 24-hour streaming. Oh, her boobs. Oops. And they sleep live on stream. I could not do that. I'm sorry. Like if I'm doing a stream marathon thing, you're not gonna see me sleeping. It's just not oh my gosh, she looks like a clown. Oh no, they both do. That's funny. Alright, there we go. Just wanted to darken this stuff up. It almost still seems a little saturated. I don't know, I'm not in love with it. Everyone's out here saving the day. Still, I don't know if it's like what I don't like about it. This spot right here. Actually, let me switch. I don't think I need. Do I need this? I think I can live without it now. We'll switch back to the harder round. Another shadow here. Oops. What's that? Get out of here. I'm gonna push that down, maybe. Or keep it and then just push it this way. Yeah, that looks better. That looks better. Blur that more. That's the nice thing about the smudge tool. I forget the equivalent in CSP. I know in Psy it's called the water tool. I don't know what it's called in Clip. But this is just the scatter brush tool. I'm just basically pushing stuff around. It wasn't great. Shade on that side. I'm wondering if that looks too dark. I'm not sure. I'm gonna add a little bit more right here though. And then break up these shadows here. Yeah, I figured it should. Like anything Photoshop, Clip should have, but also be better. I just haven't made the jump yet. I'm too used to Photoshop. I'm old dog that does not want to learn new tricks. I mean, eventually I'm probably gonna have this switch, but I'm very lazy. And part of the problem too is like, I still do some graphic design work, and I just don't think it would be easy to do that in Clip. I really don't like these hard shadows. I think I'm gonna just do something about them. There we go. And then I'll just add more gradient. Here, and then we'll just erase. Like that. I still don't like it. I wonder if I should add some more like subtle shading around the buttons. I feel like I can shade decently sleeves, but when it comes to like the actual like bodice part, like I have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah, it was very convoluted. Yeah, yeah. I did a little bit for photography in high school and college, and then my dad and my brother were like kind of getting in my butt, like you should use not not Premiere. Fuck, what's it called? Shit. Give me a second. Lightroom. Premiere is their video. But Lightroom is their photo editing one, like their serious business photo editing one. And now I can do the basics of photo editing in that. I do remember doing a live stream a couple years ago where it was editing stock photos, and so I was using Lightroom, and I had I had it like in the title or something, like editing photo stream, and it was like tagged Lightroom or something like that. And so like some guy came in and they were like pretty clearly a photographer, and I think they expected me to be like photographer. So when I was clicking like the auto like adjust photo button and then just like fiddling a little bit with the sliders, like the guy seemed to get kind of pissed off at me. So I was like, okay, bye. You came here for this one stream and you got disappointed. Okay. Relatable. Anyway, I don't think I don't think it did either. That it's a relatively new thing, I think, or relatively new thing, like compared to Photoshop. I think Photoshop was the first one, and they expanded from there. And I did like Premiere, but then my computer, like what did we do? I think we did an OS update or something. Something happened, and I did not have my Premiere anymore, and I did not feel like getting it again. So I looked up free video editing tools for Windows, and one of the ones that was recommended to me was Blender. What the fuck? So I did download Blender, and I swear to God, this is every single open source tool, and you will never be able to convince me otherwise. Okay? It was stupid. The whole, like, I've used GIMP before. I've used Blender. I mean, OBS is also stupid, but like, you know, it works. But like, Blender does everything, I guess. I know, right? But like, they're all so bad. Like, the layouts are bad, the navigation is bad, the explanations are bad, the write-ups are bad, and if you go to ask for help, everyone yells at you and is like, you're so dumb, how can you not understand this? And it's just like, the communities in open source are like they probably will say like, oh, we're not toxic, but like, they are definitely toxic to people who are not in the open source community. I'm just saying, like, I made a joke the other day to Alexander that it's like, you know how people are like, oh, if you mention anything about vegans or like anything anywhere, like online or something, and you say vegan anything, like, vegans will come and just like start attacking you. And it's just what they do. Like, you put it out there and they will find you, kind of thing. And I'm like, open source people are the same. Like, Linux people are the same. You say anything about like Linux, they will find you. And it's just like, I don't care. Leave me alone. Your stuff sucks. I do love OBS, okay? But it was hell to learn. And I just did not want to invest that in Blender, okay? I did it once with OBS. I wasn't about to do it again. And so all of my early YouTube videos were actually edited on Windows Movie Maker. Oh, I so miss Windows Movie Maker. That program was so good. I used it for years. Honestly, like decades. I loved Windows Movie Maker. Such a good program. Such a loss. Go back to Linux. I've never used it. Alexander does on some of his devices. Not all of them. Because some of them for work, like, he can't. And there's other ones I think he just left as Windows. And, yeah. I can't remember all the ones that he uses. But, oh man. It's just, I can't. I don't want to be bothered. But yeah, I switched to DaVinci Resolve, and that's what I use to edit my videos now. And the nice thing about DaVinci Resolve is that it is very similar to Premiere. So the learning curve for me was very, very small. So that was nice. Like I'm shocked that Adobe hasn't tried to like sue them for how close a lot of stuff is with their Premiere Pro. Alright, I think I want to do like an overall gradient shading layer, if that makes sense. So let's do another new one, and let's do another, let's try soft light first, and then big brush. That's probably good. And then we'll just do this here. And then we will do blue here. And we're gonna try that. I had this old laptop where it decided to stop recognizing its own hardware. I've heard of Ubuntu, yeah. Ubuntu. That's what I've heard, yeah. Aww. Good lord. Alright. Alright, let's try 30%. Maybe. I still definitely need to add, like, more spots with shading. Like, on her legs, they're too flat. Over there. I still need to do highlights in the hair. But we're still a little ways away, but try to think what I want to do. I think I'll just turn off all that stuff so I can just see what I'm working with. And turn off that, and I want to experiment really quickly. Back. Turn this back on. And this will be the fun part of pasting and then having to line up. Will you give this to me, Photoshop, please? Apparently not. Come on. What? No? This way? What? This way? That's probably as close as I can get it. Wasn't any good for gaming. That's what I hear a lot from Linux people, is that I want this one. The gaming issue. My browser and Netflix at the time. I'm not a gamer though, so. Oh god, what the fuck is this? Welcome to the new camera ROM. I don't care. Go away. I don't want to learn more. I just go. Get started, please. Leave me alone. This one. Just want to see what that looks like. With? It doesn't show up over there, it only shows up over here. It feels too blue. You're not seeing it. Actually, do I like that better? I might like that one better. Oh, it's so blue though. I could probably tone it down. We'll do this one. I'm doing the filters thing over here, don't worry about it. It's loading. I was just curious to see what it would do. So I think it looks better with the skin tones, but it does a lot of blue in the shadows. Seem to be working. That's what I've heard. Really? That makes sense though. I feel like a lot of like more stuff than probably we think uses like Linux as their base thing. I don't know anything about computers. I almost had a CS degree. I have mixed feelings. What if I do this? No. What if I do this, and then this, and then this? That's not what I wanted, technically. shall do this, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then this. Alright, before, after. Yeah, that calmed it down a little bit. I think it was like too blue for my liking. Yes, to a degree. That's so true. Oh man, I was so not welcome in that department. I think there was like one or two other chicks there. Oh man, they seemed like they were trying though. Like bless their hearts. They were trying. I gave up. I was like, I don't want to do it anymore. Everyone's mean to me. It's not fun. Like I programmed too back in the day. I did different languages. I preferred PHP, believe it or not. I know. Don't come at me in the comments. I was a PHP programmer for like a little bit. I did like very basic stuff, but I still did it. And I knew a little bit of JavaScript. And then obviously HTML. Everybody knows HTML. And then like a tiny bit of CSS. And I say tiny bit because CSS is so egregiously large and stupid and I hate it. But like it's necessary, but I hate it. And we went in there and they're like, okay, we're gonna learn. Oh, and I also did a little bit of C#. I liked C# a lot actually. But then they're like, okay, we're gonna do C++. And every homework assignment you're gonna do is in C++. I hated it. It was so bad. Oh man. I was like, why can't we just pick whatever language that we want? Like that seems so dumb, but like C++ is like industry standard. And I'm like, for no good reason, okay? And now when you look up like programming jobs, everybody wants Python. Everybody wants Ruby. Everybody wants like nobody wants C++ anymore. Like I've never seen, I think, a single job want C++ or even C. I think I've actually seen C#, believe it or not, which is super funny because it's like, okay, had I learned C#, I could have gotten a job just saying. But no, y'all were so fixated on C++ and nobody uses it anymore. Ugh. So dumb. So dumb. It was like the worst language. I hated it. Even Alexander doesn't like it. He prefers C, but he doesn't really use C as much anymore. Now, like, obviously, like, because for his work it's mostly Python now. But anyway, that was my rant. I had a rant about it because I hate C++ so much. It's just, it's such a dumb language. Nothing made sense. It was overly complicated for no reason. Anyway, if you can't tell, I'm done. I'm done with streaming. I'm tired. But we got a lot. We got a lot. We got some progress done. I'm gonna have to touch up some of the shadows. The gradients helped a lot for sure. That saved a lot of time. I was feeling very lazy about the shading. Ah! My keychain. It's falling apart. Okay. Okay, we're good. Just like when I took Latin. I think one of my friends took Latin in college too. R.A.P. But yeah. Anyway, I did drop out. Yeah, I technically do have a degree. Okay? I technically do. It's just on most questionnaires, I can't actually input that I have a degree. Because it's a 2-year degree. So like usually the best I can put is like some college. So, but it's like I technically have a degree though. And then people are like, okay, what is it? And I'm like, okay, it's an Associate of Arts. And it's like, okay, yeah, but like, what associates? And I'm like, Associate of Arts. Like that's what they call it. And I'm also pronouncing it wrong. It's a hard word to say. Associates of Arts. That's what's called. I'm like slurring my words right now. But yes. So nobody's nice to me when I say that I have it. I'm like, I have an AA degree. And they're like, oh, one of those, huh? It's like, bitch. I still can't get over the one time I had chest pain, so I went to was it the hospital? Where did we go? No, it wasn't the hospital. It was like a specialty place. I don't remember. Yeah. But they were like monitoring my heart, and I had to run on a treadmill. And like, listen. I cannot run, nor can I run on a treadmill. So that was kind of embarrassing. They were really like exercise shaming me for my inability to run on this treadmill. I'm like, I'm really tired. I need to stop. They're like, can you just keep going for like a little bit more? And like, they were nice to me up until they're like, oh, you went to FSU or whatever. Like, oh, what's your degree? And I'm like, oh, I have an AA. They were so mean to me after I said that. They were so nice to me, and that was the nurses too. The nurses were so nice to me. And then up until I said I had an AA, they like changed their tune completely. They didn't want to talk to me anymore. They didn't want to associate with me anymore. They did like the minimum communication. They were just like impatient with me, just like avoiding looking at me. I was like, oh my god, I don't have like a disease. Like, and even then, you're a nurse. You're supposed to help me. I just have an AA degree. They're like, oh, ugh, I don't want to catch that. Like, anyway. Alright, I am so brain dead right now. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Hopefully, I helped entertain you a little bit on this Sunday. And I am probably gonna have some mac and cheese today, not gonna lie. And AA degrees are contagious, for real. They didn't, okay, people who with like COVID, they didn't know, but before COVID, there was AA degrees. Anyway, I might take a nap. I'm very tired, but thanks for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll hopefully have this drawing done, so like I don't have to look at it anymore, and we can do something else next week. And yeah, I will see you somewhere on Discord, I'm sure. But thanks for watching. Bye bye.